continue to observe and celebrate women this month, CVM is shining the spotlight on women in business who are breaking barriers in their various industries. So joining us this morning is founder of Max Funeral Arrangements and Services. Me just see her spin her roll 3 times before she come in. Tavia McKenzie, welcome to Sunrise.
Thanks for having me.
Tavia, you know you have to confuse the duppy, right? Actually, I don't know if you know this, but in our segment just before, all of the utensils fell off of the counter.
Really?
No one was over there.
Really?
Tavia, did you spin 3 times or 1?
I did not.
Clearly. But thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
How did you end up in the funeral arrangement space?
I've been working in the industry for a while. I was working at the Institute of Forensics as a pathologist assistant, where I'd assist the pathologist on autopsies. And then after, I went back to study embalming and restorative arts. And then I decided that it's time to, you know, open my own funeral home.
Is it that you always had a passion for...
Yeah, I've always had a passion for working in the morgue.
I'm sorry.
That is my calling. I don't see myself working anywhere else.
And
Really?
I find that amazing because, like, I always say everybody has, like, a genius level gift that they need to unearth. But like, when did you realize that this is my thing?
I mean, I studied it in university, but after university, when I started working, I realized that this is definitely what I wanted to do, either go into the forensics field or the funeral home industry field. And I did both, but I realized that, all right, my calling is definitely to work in the funeral home industry. It's
A very simple question.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? I mean, it's very peaceful working with the dead. Plain and simple. It's very peaceful, and it brings me comfort knowing that I give families, you know, peace and closure to send off their loved ones. Yeah.
As a woman, a young woman leading a business like this, like, what do you bring to the industry that's different? Because different persons who have been popular at different times have brought bling and horse and carriage and loud and this and that. What does Max?
Well, as you said, I'm very young and creative, and I keep up with what's in trend. So I'm trying to step away from, you know, the traditional funeral services by bringing new creative ideas into the industry, while still remembering or celebrating the life of the deceased. Yeah.
So, like, what are some of the things that people who come... what do people come to Max for now?
So far, for example, we have this projector set up. It displays pictures and videos of and with your loved ones all night. We have some RIP signs. You know, I'm bringing some different creative ideas into the funeral home
as in,
industry.
so, like, you're redefining what a funeral feels like or what a setup feels like.
You
also,
know?
like, if you say, look, I can't manage this. The setup thing is too much. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely offer that service.
You started this business during the pandemic, when life was much more, I guess.
And the funerals were very restricted at the time.
It was very stifling at the time. But
How did you navigate
at the time I was working with the institute, so I was working in the autopsy suite. So COVID actually didn't affect us at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
But you had to change how funerals were done, though, because persons had to maybe watch on Zoom, persons had to do... So you had to change the business model.
Yeah, at that point.
Going forward, again, as a woman in the business, if there's another young woman who is saying, boy, I did want to do it, but like, Tavia is doing it now, so like, what would you say to that young woman?
And I've gotten so many messages, so many young women reaching out to me saying that this is what they've always wanted to do. But as a young female, it is very hard getting into the industry, trust me. I've faced it. Like, when I just graduated, I would print some resume and cover letter and drop off to funeral homes, and they would look at me like, you want the job? You sure you want to do this? And I was like, yes, this is what I studied. This is what I want. So all I have to say is just stay focused, be determined, and just find your way into the industry and show them that we can do it also.
Where can people find you if they want to reach, tap into your services?
Our social media platforms are Max MCKS Funeral Arrangements. Our office and showroom is in Port Antonio. It's not fully open to the public as yet. We're still renovating, hopefully to have our grand opening in the next coming months. But we offer island-wide funeral services in the meantime.
Island-wide, okay.
Island-wide,
Nice,
24
nice.
hours.
So you're based in, you're from Portland?
Yes.
Big up the Portland.
I'm from
Massive.
Port Antonio.
Look at the smile on her face. I love that.
Big up.
It's the
Nice,
pride.
nice, nice. So
Awesome
happy to have you. And
Thank
keep doing
you.
what you're doing and be an
Thank you.
example to young girls everywhere.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. That was Tavia McKenzie, founder of Max Funeral Arrangements and Services. It's now time to take a break, a quick one. More Sunrise is after this.